Hello again, and welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Project Ozone. So I want to start off by saying Happy Mother's Day, everybody. For those of you that are celebrating it, everybody's got a mother, so I hope you guys have a wonderful Mother's Day, and I wish you all the best. And with that said, I will also say that I spent the majority of my time working on, and quite a bit of time, might I add, working on Galacticraft and quest completion. Just a lot of little miscellaneous loose ends that need to be tied up. Today we're going to be working on a few different things. A small little variety that I want to get done before we push on with mechanism and with... I know it was brought up in the comments, and thank you guys for bringing that up. We're still a little ways from AE. We're going to have to do quite a bit with Galacticraft for that. And I noticed when I was looking at the recipes too, that is the case. We are going to have to do quite a bit with Galacticraft before we can progress into AE. And I know you guys left a lot of really great comments on the last video about, the whole, should we go with applied energistics or should we go with just logistics pipes? And I think I've come up with an idea that we will put into effect once we unlock AE. We're not going to completely get rid of logistics pipes, because if you recall, my original plan was to use logistics pipes as the primary system, but we're still going to integrate AE. And it's going to kind of solve a lot of our issues with crafting and things like that. So we are going to use both of them. And I think it's going to be hopefully an effective system that utilizes both logistics pipes and the beauty of logistics pipes while still having the niceties of AE2. As far as what I've been working on, for the most part we are done with crops now. Over here we have all different kinds of stuff. We even have the carrots. Those actually didn't take all that long to do. And I got a bunch of stuff. There's like tin and platinum and yellorium you can see right over there. And there's all different kinds of crops growing now. And then over here, this is all done. Pam's Harvestcraft is done. One thing I do want to point out, sesame seeds, you can get the seed, but it doesn't actually grow anything. So just a heads up on that. The Pam's Harvestcraft sesame seeds don't grow anything. It's bizarre. Like if you go up and you harvest them, they don't give you anything. So I didn't worry about implementing those. I did decide to go ahead and do cotton. Originally I was like, I don't think I'm going to do cotton. But over here, this is basically the last two crops. We have cotton from Pam's Harvestcraft, and this is a spot especially for Draconian. So if we take a look over here, and I did leave the back of that open, so... if we take a look over here, it's actually going to work out perfectly because these two remaining drawer slots are for Draconium and the Wither Essence. So it's going to be all the way to this wall. I do apologize about the noise. We're only going to spin like a split second over here. So, and then it goes all the way around and comes out, and it's perfectly even. And I'm very, very happy with it. So that's why I implemented cotton, because I didn't want to have that open slot. That open space or anything like that. So I decided, whatever, we'll do it. It's really not something I don't really see us using it, because it's mainly like for making string and stuff like that, but it is here. So, as of right now, we are sitting on 180 discovered seeds with Galacticraft. So, quite a few of them. You also may have noticed that over here, there's something, this isn't finalized. But basically, if you recall, one of the things I want to work on in the very near future, actually today, is a wind-powered array. Using the windmills from Mechanism. This is where we're going to set those up at. And it's not finalized. It's probably not going to be asphalt, but I just kind of use that for planning it out. And what I'm probably going to do is this room back in here, once that's done, I'm going to expand that out a bit, and then I'll have this so that you can get out here and you can walk around and see the windmills, almost as like a balcony, but we'll have all the windmills running there. So that's my intentions at the moment. And we'll probably do the same on the other side. What I'm thinking is we'll have like a windmill array on that side, a windmill array on that side, and then like solar arrays on the front here. So we'll have a lot of like, passive natural power up here. We also have the water wheels. Those aren't actually plugged up because I felt like the power was minimal at this point. So, of course, those aren't plugged up anymore. And this one actually isn't plugged up. So, mainly just for looks. I thought about changing it over to the immersive engineering one. We might do that. I'm not for sure. Because this one, I don't know. It's okay, but I like the immersive engineering advanced windmills. Also, I did a very minimal amount with mechanism. I automated like control circuits and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy. Now, if we take a look in here, 12 quests completed, 11 quests completed, 7 quests completed. Okay, in Alpha, we now have everything done except for the Extreme Furnace. I went ahead and cleaned up all this like random Magneticraft, this auto tool station, these gloves, this requiescent in peace. And I know that's repeatable, but I think you still have to complete it for, towards getting 100%. So anyways, I'm going to turn all these in real quick and we'll get our reward bags. I figure reward bags are a little bit of fun, so I like to wait for you guys to do those. So right now we're 98% completed in Alpha. And let's see what we got here. We have 3 basic reward bags. First up we have, viaducts. Then we have heart glass, and then we have a tape measure. Woot. And next up we have 5 good reward bags. We got a falling belt, good old Mr. Crayfish coming up again. Awesome. I'm actually going to stand here in case the items fall out. We have 48 carat ultimate. Wow. Why did we not find that sooner? That is one that you just hold in your inventory and it gets rid of the wither effect. Of course, we already have something that gets rid of the wither effect, so it's not as important right now. But before, it could have been useful. Iron Paxel, and then we have all that assorted junk. Go ahead and throw all this stuff into the system here. And then we have 3 greater reward bags. We have another item dislocator, a chunk loader and 10 spot loaders, and more viaducts. Alright, now next up, beta. We now have everything in this section done except for Nether Star Seeds and the Ultimate Furnace. Which, of course, the Ultimate Furnace, to make this, we're going to have to get the Extreme Furnace. So that's going to be tied to, the last quest in Alpha to make that Ultimate Furnace. So, and of course that, we need Mercury for that. So it's going to be a little while before we can complete that quest. But anyways, Ring of Magnetization. Well, that's just... don't even get a reward bag for that. Also the bakeware stuff. We get a cinnamon sapling. Oh. Okay. Well, we actually had a cinnamon sapling from when we saved all that, what was it, topiary grass or whatever. So we actually had like quite a few cinnamon saplings. So I had to plant that to get the French toast because you do need the ground cinnamon to get that, which is just mortar and pestle with cinnamon. So there's that. Epic bacon, which is very easy for us to craft. And then all these carrots. Which are actually really interesting because basically they let you grow carrots. And if you notice, they give saturation, night vision. All the different carrots have different potion effects. And if you grow them on the blocks, you can actually grow them on either the ore or the blocks. I grew them all on the blocks because you get plus versions. So if you did like a redstone ore, you would get like a standard carrot. And if we take a look here, for example, let's say the 12 carrot. If you eat the standard one, you get speed for 4 minutes and 30 seconds. However, if you eat the plus version, you get speed for 9 minutes. So one of my favorites, or one of the nicest one, is the 24 carrot. Where's the plus version of it? Right here. You get resistance, strength, health boost for 9 minutes, and you also get regen for 15 seconds. So very powerful. Those carrots are actually pretty nice. So, and then we also got like the Endo Flames. I went ahead and crafted them. We're not currently using them. The same with Thermo Lilies. And then the Rosa Arcanas, I just had to make 4 more of those. So we get a bunch of concentrated essence berries. Also the orchids, actually very easy to craft in this pack. Just requiring a bunch of this petals. So, and then we had to make a bunch more runes, like basically craft 1 of every rune. So that stuff's all done. So we got 3 basic reward bags, 5 graders, 2 epics. So, hopefully some good stuff. Smashing rocks. Wonderful. A rotten heart that's useless, and heart glass. Alright, next up we have greater bags. We got a falling belt, void transport and fluid pipes, 3 automatic hammerers, ink sac, typesetting table, print press, and an advanced bin. Okay. I'm just going to throw all that stuff into the system. And then epic bags, we got 2 of these. We got 8 creative tool modifiers. That is awesome. Because that's going to let us put even more stuff onto our tools. Even though we really don't necessarily need anything else on our tools, that is pretty cool that that is a reward. And it gives you 8 of them, which is pretty insane. And then we got a tier 3 chance pendant. We've already gotten a few of those. And now lastly, Epsilon. We have 7 quests completed. Basically, I just ran through all this heat generation stuff. The crusher we had already done. And rotten power, which is biofuel-based power. All the recipes and stuff are really standard. So, anyways, we don't even get to choose reward bags on these. Or on the cables anyway. All right, we have a good bag, which has an ore processing upgrade. Wonderful. Total sarcasm there, by the way. Then we have 3 graters. We got a witherless rose. What is with this, like, giving us all this wither protection? 2 diamond apples, and a destruction catalyst from Project E. Huh. Okay, and then we have, we got 2 basic bags. A core sample drill, and a portal gun. Nice. And then an epic bag with transfer node for liquids. Woot! Okay, so anyways, we'll throw all that in the system, and I'm going to put the portal gun into my golden bag of holding, just so that we got that around. So anyways, today there's a fair few things that I want to work on. There's 3 major things that I want to do. First up, I want to go fight the Ender Dragon. I know it's kind of random. It just suddenly came up, right? But anyways, the reason being is I actually flew around the Nether looking for Draconian ore for quite a while. Now, I didn't find any in that time. I can think of a few ways that we could possibly get Draconian without going to the end. I'm assuming that Draconian may not spawn in the Nether within this pack. Not 100% sure. I didn't bother looking it up, because I figure if it's going to spawn somewhere, chances are it's going to spawn in the end. And I think we're ready to take on the Ender Dragon, right? I haven't really seen a quest for it. There may not be a quest for killing the Ender Dragon, so that's fine. But I do want to go fight him today. Because the main 2 things that I want to work on today is working towards finishing out crops and actually being able to check that off, and also working on the windmill array. As well as I wouldn't mind finishing up this little section of mechanism and whatnot. So to fight the Ender Dragon, I was actually debating, because honestly crafting the end portal frames is not expensive at all in this pack. Gaia Spirit, a couple obsidian, not bad. We could craft that. But I'm not 100% sure where I want to place that right now. So I'm not going to craft that right this second, because I don't believe that these are breakable. Chances are not. Or at least not breakable where you can pick them up easily. So I think I'm going to wait on actually crafting the portal frame. I do eventually want an end portal here. But another thing that we can do is there is the cake. The end cake. Which is actually very, very cheap to craft. Eyes of Ender, cake, golden apples. So, honestly, I think we have all of that stuff on hand, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's get ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buckets of milk. And we'll get our 2 cakes. Easy enough. And then we just need our end cake. Just like that. Oh, we need Eyes of Ender. I guess I haven't taught my system how to make that, so that's fine. And I know we have plenty of golden apples, so there we go, end cake. And for right now, I guess I'm going to put this just right here is fine. And basically, it's like 1 slice right now. And so what we need to do is get ourselves some more of those Eyes of Ender. Let's go ahead. We'll get like 10 of these, I think. And then we can just right-click the cake. And basically, it repairs it. So... And every time you eat a slice, it's going to... Every time you teleport to the end, it's going to basically eat a slice. And that's going to go down. Now, before we go, is there anything I want to take with me? Yes. Let's go ahead and get ourselves, just so we've got it, let's get maybe some carrots. 20 carrot has regen for 9 minutes. So I'll tell you what, we're going to take the 24 carrot and a 20 carrot. And we'll take the 8 carrot. Let's actually get a stack of 8 carrots. And the reason being is 8 carrots actually give you saturation and night vision for 9 minutes. With those, we wouldn't have to wear this night vision helmet. We could just pop a carrot like every 9 minutes. And in addition, we wouldn't have to eat food either. So very, very nice. We'll go ahead and maybe throw that in here. Probably won't need it. Now, before we head on to the end, though, there is a couple other things that I would like to do. The first thing that I want to do is let's get ourselves a bit of lapis blocks. And I want to go ahead and just put fortune or looting on our sword. Okay? So that we've got that in place because it's something that we are going to want to have on this sword. Later on today, we're actually going to need it. So there we go. Luck and looting 3 on there. Yeah, it looks like we don't have any other modifiers remaining. That's fine. I still haven't added like the Nether star and stuff, so I could do that. So we've got looting on that. The next thing that I want is I want a bow. Honestly, I think we'll probably just use the maximum speed bow. And I know we could make something with tinkers and all that stuff, but I'm not really that worried about it. I really don't foresee us having a whole lot of issues with the Ender Dragon. And honestly, I'm probably going to be smacking him with my sword a bit as well. So the bow is mainly for breaking the crystals, if I'm being totally honest. So we'll just go with something like that. That's fine. And then the last thing that I want to make before we head out is let's go ahead and get ourselves a syringe. Just for future use. From RF Tools, just like that. And we'll snag that. Okay, so now I think we're all set to head on to the end. So let's go ahead. We're going to eat ourselves a piece of cake and teleport. And we got the end achievement. Looks like we spawned right up on the island. Doesn't really matter since we have flight. There's the dragon. There we go. There we go. Overshot that a little bit, but there we go. Maximum speed bow is actually pretty nice because it does shoot extremely quickly. And eventually we'll make a nice bow, I'm sure, but right now I'm not all that concerned with it, if I'm being perfectly honest. Alright, so now we need to get our syringe filled up, and we just left click this guy with the syringe, and we need to fill it up with blood. If you look down there on my hotbar, it's getting close to like halfway filled up, I guess. Come back here. Okay, so we have Mob Dragon Essence level 100%. Awesome. So that's filled. I figured we'd go ahead and fill that while we were here, because we'll use it later on. And we'll just go to town with him, on him with our maximum speed bow. It's like a machine gun. And let's see what kind of damage our sword does, actually. A lot. Ender Dragon, unless you have like hardcore Ender expansion, the Ender Dragon is like such a joke. Okay, there we go, and it looks like, yay. Okay, no. But to say, I think our Draconian moth fell down here. I'll tell you what I should have had is my item dislocator out. There's the dragon heart. And we got the start of something big achievement. I'm not too concerned about the XP, honestly. Generally, there's like a bug anyway, where whenever you go back to the overworld, like all the XP vanishes anyway. So Alright, so what we got from the actual dragon, we got some Draconium Dust, some Zavicio Essence, Epic Shader Grab Bag, 5 miniature yellow hearts, and an Infinity Booster card. None of this stuff is actually all that useful to me at the moment. The yellow hearts are probably the most expensive, or the most useful. Well, the Dragon Heart, of course, is very, very useful. Is there any uses for... No, okay. But here's the main reason I wanted to come to the end. Draconium Ore. This is what I... Oh, you know what? I'm going to need some Silk Touch. That's fine. So I guess we'll go ahead and just pop on through. And we got the end achievement. Okay, let's get ourselves our Silk Touch thing. Don't I have it on me? Oh, that's right. I think the Silk Touch tool that I had, I dropped in the void. I'm terrible about that. Always dropping stuff in the void. Yeah, I don't have it. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to... I never even ate my carrots. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I think what we're going to do is we are going to maybe use an enchanter. Where did my enchanter go? Oh, it's in here, isn't it? Yes. Okay, I think we're just going to use this and just make a Silk Touch book. And there we go, Silk Touch book. And we're going to go ahead and throw Silk Touch onto the Zavicio pickaxe. Because honestly, I don't really need fortune. You know? I mean, realistically, we don't really mine that much stuff in the first place. And I don't know where I'm going. We're going to head back to the end, I think. So I think Silk Touch is probably the best option for our Zavicio pickaxe. So now, there we go. We can Silk Touch this. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Draconium ore. That is not a problem at all. And there we go. 8 of that. End Magnesia ore. No thanks. There's really not a whole lot of stuff in the end I need. It's mainly just Draconium. Just to be perfectly honest. Okay, so since we got that, let's go ahead and leave this place. Oh, I should probably get the dragon egg. Okay, well, it actually, I went to teleport it and it just fell down there. So, I think it goes to, like, world spawn. Oh, and the server just crashed. Okay, the game crashed for whatever reason whenever I came back through. So, I'm still kind of loading in, but we're going to go ahead and head on over to spawn and find that dragon egg real quick. Using our nifty viaduct system. I do quite love this system, by the way. If I haven't already mentioned it. Alright, I'm going to head on back. I'll look for it later. It's possible because I know where 0, 0 is. I can't remember if it goes to world spawn or if it goes to 0, 0. I'll check later, but where 0, 0 is just basically a drop to the void. So maybe it dropped through and then it teleported back to the end. I don't know. Not for sure, but I'll search for it later and see if I can find it. So anyways, the next thing that I want to do is I want to make Draconium seeds. And these are just a bunch of Draconium or Magnesio seed and then Temperio essence. So not too bad. So we'll go ahead and pop down here, grab ourselves a Magnesio clipping. And then let's go ahead and get our Temperio essence. We're up to 377 of that. It does actually generate fairly quickly. There's our Magnesio seed, and now we're all set. By the way, the Draconium, I went ahead and pulled up crop area, and I'm just going to breed those Draconium, like, basically right there where they're going to end up going. Oh yeah, I just realized we're going to need, do I have the living rock? No, okay. And there we go. There is our Draconium seeds. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw those down. I know I've got to breed them up, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll go ahead and set them like right here, I think. And actually, before we do that, let's, oh, I broke that dirt. That's fine. I'll hoe it back later. We're going to go ahead and scan it. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. Sometimes it crashes when I scan. Okay, it did in fact crash on me, of course. But anyways, we have Draconium seeds. We now have 181 discovered seeds in our system. And then we'll go ahead and set that down. Okay. So 181 seeds. Crazy. Crazy. Now there's one other seed that I want to get today. It's not one that we can currently use, but I'd like to go ahead and finish out the quest. And so what we're going to need is we are going to need to get ourselves some nether stars. So let me order just a little bit of soul sand. And like I said, I mean, it's not something that presently we're going to be able to use, but I'd like to go ahead and once we have the ability to get Awakened Draconium, once we get that first batch of Awakened Draconium, the first thing that I'm going to do, those first 4 blocks with the Dragon Heart, I am going to use those for nether stars, I do believe. Like the first 3. That way I can start breeding and leveling those wither essences. So what we're going to do, let's pop on over to the A dimension. It's not here. Let's just go to the nether. And I know there's the starry apple. I'm not going to worry about that right this second because it takes, it takes 4 nether stars to make that. I don't have those at the moment. But we'll go ahead and just summon our wither right here. And this is why I wanted looting on my sword. Apparently we didn't get that achievement last time, I guess. Oh, you know what I didn't grab is the witherless rose. Cool. He's starting to summon ghasts. Wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and grab my item dislocator as well. So, because that'll come in handy. For sure. And there we go. The beginning. Wonderful. Alright, so we got just 1 nether star. So let me get a little bit more soul sand. I'm going to go ahead and just grab a stack of it, just in case. And I'll get some more skulls. Yeah, they're ghast minions. So it is from the wither. Anyways, we'll go ahead and set up another one here. Would you guys leave me alone? Okay. Stuff everywhere. Oh, he's got blaze minions this time. That's fine. And there we go. Haha. Okay, now we got 3 nether stars. So we actually got 2 from that one. And the withers learned more about me. That's fine. Not too worried about that. And we'll summon him one last time here. And we'll go ahead and kill off his minions. Alright. Let's take this guy on. So easy to kill now. So easy to kill. Okay, so we have 5 nether stars. Alright. Wonderful. And these division sigils are going in the fire. Nether silver ores going in the fire. Loot bags are going in the fire. And, okay. We're good. 1 nether star is going to go in there because I don't need all of those. And, okay. We're good to go. Alright, so let's head on back then, and we'll get this thing crafted. I believe we only needed 4. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, we just need 1, and then we need Gaia spirits to make the soul binders. So, it's a little bit expensive. I'm probably going to have to kill the Gaia a couple times, that's fine. Yeah, I should only have to kill him like 1 time, I think. Because I'm doing the Mark II. We'll go ahead and get our Gaia spirit ingot. And ectoplasm, I have that. So we're going to need 16 ectoplasm. Okay. And let's go take on the Gaia. Plus I want to kill him anyway because we don't have all of the things. The things that he gives. At long last, he is dead. I'll be honest, I feel like... I know it was mentioned before that the more you kill bosses, the more difficult that standard mobs become, but I also feel like bosses are becoming more difficult. Like, specifically the Gaia Guardian, because he was doing quite a bit of damage. I mean, you can see at my health there that it's low. Considering we have, I think, fairly decent armor at the moment. Alright, so, I don't know. Okay, but we got 16 Gaia spirits. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this stuff in there. Rune of Gluttony, Mana Diamonds, Biker Lotus. Okay. What did we get from our Dice of Fate? We got the Angel of Death, the Eye of Flugel. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and throw that into the system. I don't need that right now. And let's go ahead and craft up our Spirit Binders. We're going to need 4 of those. And then the Temperio Essence blocks we're going to need. So those are crafted just like this. Let's get, there's 1. Okay. So there's 4 of those. And now we just need a Wither Skeleton Seed. Which of course we have those. Let me grab a crop. Actually, I don't need that crop stick. Never mind. I don't need it. In fact. So, Wither Skeletons. I can't remember. I think those seeds are over here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to clip off a piece, and then we're going to grab the whole seed. So there's our Wither Skeleton seed, and we have a Wither Essence clipping and crop stick. Okay. So there we go. And where did I come in at? There we go. Maybe I should have added like a door to get in, but the thing is, this is the last time that I'm going to need a seed, right? Or at least I think so. So it's not, I guess, not a major issue. Let's go ahead and add our Spirit Binders. This is about the most expensive seed ever, but it makes sense, honestly. And then our Wither Skeleton seed, and we'll let that run for a bit. Now this is going to require an entire mana pool, but I think we have plenty of mana here. So, and actually our seed looks to be just about done. There we go. And there we go. Nether Star Seeds. Woot. Okay, so did that complete that quest? Yes, it did. Beta and Nether Star Seeds. Awesome. And, ooh, it's a legendary bag. I think, isn't this our very first legendary bag? Because I think these are meant to be, like, pretty late into the game to get those, but guess what? We're just going to go ahead and do it. We got a Zavisio helmet with night vision infusion. Awesome. Honestly, I'm half tempted to wear that. So, we just have night vision, right? So, yeah, let's throw that on. Okay. And, actually, let me go ahead and just grab all the infusions of Zavisio. We'll just wear a full set of this. So do we want fire protection or poison? I'm going to say fire. The leggings we're going to take confusion protection, and the boots have speed increase. And we'll just throw all that other Zavisio stuff in there. All that. Okay. And I'm going to throw that stuff in there. Oh, I don't want to throw my witherless. Oh, that's the other witherless rose. I forgot I got another one. Okay, so that is done. We now have Nether Star Seeds. Wonderful. I'm super excited about those. Let's go ahead. For right now, I'm just going to throw them in the system. And down... Whoa! Speed increase on these boots is crazy. Like, especially on concrete. That's just ridiculous. Like, you hit that concrete and it's just like, what? That is a serious speed increase. To the point that it's hard for me to control it, honestly. Okay, yeah, I don't like these at all. I don't like the way it feels. It's just, it's too much. So, let me actually get our old Zavisio boots back. I mean, I'm also wearing some stuff from Botania that I could take off. Like the Sojourner sash, but, I don't know. Kind of want to keep that. Okay, so now that we've got that done, I am going to... I know I still have to level the Draconian seeds, but I'm going to go ahead and mark off finished crops. I feel like we've got that, you know, under wraps pretty much. Once that Draconium's leveled, I mean, this area is fairly done. I'm going to add a little bit of decoration here on the front and the back, but for the most part, the agriculture area is done. The Nether Star Seeds are going to have a building similar to this one on the opposite side, I think. So, actually, it may be on this side. On the other side of the Gaia setup. That's very, very possible. Very, very, very possible. So, anyways, moving on. The next thing that I want to work on today is I want to work on mechanism a little bit. Epsilon. Here we go. We are going to, first and foremost, I want to get a wind generator. Or some wind generators. Energy tablets, all this stuff should be auto-craftable. Actually, I just realized I didn't change over that battery. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. The crafting system's going to get a full overhaul in the not so far off future. So, like the entire crafting with everything is just going to get overhauled. So I'm not going to change over those recipes just yet. I can manually move them. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But let's go ahead and order ourselves. I did make quite a bit of infused, or the, not infused alloy, but the, refined or whatever, enriched alloy. For some reason I couldn't think of what it was called. Let's go ahead and order ourselves, say, like 20 energy tablets. Okay. That's going to get that stuff crafting. Now the wind turbine, mainly energy tablets, basic control circuits. This is just osmium and redstone. I've already got these automated. So let's go ahead and order basic control circuits. We'll order like 10 of those to get started. And I'm going to have to actually move these batteries like this, which is fine. I'm basically just going to help this along with the crafting. Okay, so our energy tablets should be done. They are. They've taken this thing over. And the wind turbine, or the wind generator, I mean. I keep wanting to call it wind turbine for some reason. Let's go ahead and order 10 crafts worth of that stuff. And this first one, I'm going to want to craft this by hand so that we get credit for it. Yeah, okay, it'll shift click in. Okay, there we go. Wind generator is done. We'll go ahead and take this reward bag. What did we get? We got a good reward bag with a fuel efficiency upgrade. Woo! And let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to want all 10 of these to get started. I'm going to have to make a bunch more of these because these wind setups I want to do are going to be quite a bit, honestly. Quite a bit of wind turbines or wind generators for this. But kind of what I'm thinking is we're going to have, let's see, let me actually grab my tape measure. I want to do a little bit of measurements here to get an idea of what we've got. So that is 17 long. Okay, that's perfect. That's what I was wanting to see. That would be 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to have like a wind generator here, here, and we're going to kind of carry these up. So it'll be like that, you know? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them come out all the way over. And so I don't know if I'll put them right on top, like right next to each other, or I'll do like a space, so there'll be one like right here, one here, one here, and then leave the edge open. Maybe do like some rails or something like that around it, possibly. Maybe so. I'm not for sure. But let's go ahead and order ourselves some conduits. Yeah, they're producing 468 RF per tick. So, nearly 500 each. So, I mean, you're talking about 5,000 right there. Pretty easily. I know it's not a ton of power, but I think it'll look nice with our base because, of course, down here's a walkway and you'll see those big wind turbines. Plus, you kind of have like that sound, that low, like, sound that it does. I don't know if I'm going to muffle these. I might, because I know the sound, I like the sound a lot, but I know it can be annoying with it being right up here on my base. So I may end up, probably will end up muffling that. And so what I'm thinking is these energy conduits, they'll kind of run across the front of this. And then we'll have them go in to like right here. And I should have the rest of those. There we go. So basically this is going to go under, and I'm basically just going to facade. And then we'll break that off. Oh, shoot. I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn the music, or the master volume down for right now. So it doesn't drive you guys insane. And then we'll just kind of bring these back. Like that. And I've still got to, you know, I've got to go through and change it all over. Like I said before, it's not going to be asphalt long term. It's just right now, that's kind of what I'm working with to try to figure out exactly how I want to lay this all out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and order a bunch more Ender energy conduits, get those crafting. Okay, and then we'll just plug that up, and I guess, let's see, our primary energy input is actually right beneath us at the moment. Okay, now that I think about it, there should be a connection. Yeah, there's a conduit connection right over here, and I think we're just going to tap into that. That's from the thermal power, and so we'll just bring that over up and maybe just connect it right into here, because this very front part's going to be a wall, I think. So basically, this section's that room is gonna be brought out a little ways, but this front section's still gonna be like a wall once it gets really shallow. Like maybe right here, there'll be like a wall here then. So, so now all those are producing power. Like I said, I'm gonna keep expanding that because it's gonna end up being quite a few wind turbines, and I'm gonna want them on the other side as well, I think. So I do love the way the mechanism wind turbines look. I think they look like wind turbines, and I do love that aspect about them. I also love the sound, but I know a lot of people, it seems like if machines make sound, it annoys them. So I am going to muffle that. Probably. If you guys want me to, just let me know. But chances are I figure everybody will want that muffled. So anyways, I'm going to work on that off camera. Making those, because it doesn't really take a whole lot of time, but I'm not sure. We have 46 enriched alloy. I don't want to use up all those right this second, because I've got some crafting right now, but they take a little while to craft right now, so we are going to overhaul everything. Now the next thing that they want us to do within mechanism, I'd like to go ahead and finish this out. I want to see what these solar panels produce, these mechanism advanced solar generators, because we can't see within here, and I am quite curious what they end up producing. So we're going to go ahead and work towards knocking this quest out real quick. It's actually not that expensive. We are going to need, what, 12 of these? So we'll go ahead and order enough to make ourselves 12 of those solar panels. There we go, 12 solar panels. And for the solar generators, just like that, we're going to need, what, 4 of these? 4. And I am going to have to go help the batteries along. I hope to have that fixed very soon. But it's one of the, I guess, downsides of using these crafters. It comes with the territory. Okay, so that's done. And we should have the stuff coming in. We do. I'll tell you what, actually, I just need to grab this stuff, because I forgot we're going to have to handcraft it first. So there's a solar generator, and, oops, it's bouncing around. I hate when it does that. And solar generator. So that should be quest complete there. And we'll take this reward bag. That's cooking for blockheads. Woo. Okay. And then lastly, we need the advanced solar generator. Let me go ahead and get the pieces for that. And let's get our advanced solar generator. Can I not shift click this in? Nope. Cannot do it. Okay, advanced solar generator. Awesome. And that completes that quest. So we'll go ahead and take, well, oh no, it's this one, sorry. We'll take this reward bag. And we got another portal gun. Okay, so if I was to set this solar generator out, we'll put it over here with the rest of our solar stuff that we've got. Let's see, it is producing 0 RF. Tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to actually, let me get some conduits. And for the time being, I can just plug it up to this energy line. So we'll have it setting like right here, I guess. And we'll just plug that in. Let's see. It is not producing anything. I think it actually doesn't, that energy line doesn't actually need energy. Okay, it looks like it's producing about 3,000 RF per tick. That's actually not bad, because these are very, very cheap. I don't know, we may end up using these? Or no, I mean, we're going to go with these solar panels, actually. These produce more anyways. 8,000 per tick per solar panel already, and that's just a tier 6. But we'll leave this one plugged up for right now. I mean, that's just free power. We may end up using it somewhere, because I would like, long term, I'd like a lot of the base to have like solar panels and wind power and stuff like that. Just to kind of add to the effect of the base, you know. So anyways, that completes that entire section. And it does say that both of these unlock a quest elsewhere. So does Mechanized Tesseract, though, too. Aha! Okay, that opens up Galacticraft, circuit wafers. Which is strange, I find. Because these aren't even really related. Oh, okay. So, there's Galacticraft, then. Okay, so next episode we may actually start Galacticraft. There's also this, for making the Quantum Entangleporter, it unlocks a quest somewhere. So we may go ahead and knock that out, because it's not actually that bad. It takes glowstone ingots, atomic alloys, ender diamonds. How many, let me check and see how many alloys I have at the moment. I would need 2, 4, 6, 8 atomic alloys. So let's go ahead and order 8 atomic alloy. And we'll get that stuff crafting. Yeah, we may go ahead and go for this. I think they only want, yeah, they only want 1. I'll eventually make more. They work pretty much like a Tesseract or something like that. Oh, no, we need the osmium compressor. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do this right now. Yeah, we'll have to get into the compressor and all of that. So, next episode, I think we're going to start Galacticraft. I think so. Chances are probably next episode, I'll probably end up setting up an area dedicated to Galacticraft, like a small area, maybe. Because, I mean, there's not a whole lot of machines that we're going to need, but there is a fair few, and we're going to want to automate that stuff as we start getting into Galacticraft. So I'm thinking next episode, and possibly part of the following episode, I'm not for sure, but we're going to be getting ready to take flight. Because there is quite a few steps involved. We're going to have to actually build the rocket ship. We're going to have to make preparations. We're going to have to get stuff in order to actually set up a base in space and all of that good stuff. I don't know for sure if we'll make a space station. I mean, I guess we could. And honestly, it would be cool to have the space station and just put all our machines up there. Like basically use the space station to build like a super cobbleworks for creating, you know, bedrock. That would be actually a bit of fun. So we might do that, because I am wanting to get those moved anyway. So maybe that's what we'll use the space station for. But I'm going to want to get everything in order to set up oxygen, both on the space station and on the moon, and get all the parts together. I don't know, can we make, I'm not actually for sure, but can we make the oxygen sealing stuff? Oxygen concentrator, compressed steel, compressed bronze, tin canister, pressure tubes. Okay, that stuff's not bad. Oh, what's that? I can't think of what it's called. There's the door sealing airlock. That's what it is. In normal Galacticraft, you need to actually go to the moon before you can make the airlock controller, right? Yeah, we're going to need meteoric iron for that. Looks like basic wafers in this pack are pretty standard. 2 silicon, and you get 3 of them. Yeah, we're going to have to get meteoric iron ingots. So is there any way... Oh, wait. The induction smelter, you can take skystone dust and iron and make meteoric iron. So we might do a little bit of that. I do believe. Yeah, we could make spin thrusters if we set up our space station to have it spin, which would be kind of cool. Fluid manipulator... Okay, and actually, really quickly, I want to go ahead. I got a few things together, an active supplier module and an induction smelter. We'll need a couple other things. But let's go ahead and, in preparation for next episode, I went ahead and turned down the volume for right now because we're going to be in the, where the cobble gen and stuff is. But in preparation for next episode, let's go ahead and set up just some automatic meteoric iron production. I don't know that I'm going to make a ton of it. I don't think that it's something that we're going to need a bunch of. But at least have a little bit being produced would definitely come in handy. So let's put, I tell you what, we're going to put it right here, I think, is what I want to do. So we'll just run an energy cable over, set the induction smelter down right here, and we'll say that you're going to output to the top, and you're going to input, actually it's probably from the bottom, so we're going to say that you're going to input from the bottom, okay? And then let me order a couple things here. We're going to want, is it skystone dust? Let's get like a stack of that, and then let's also get some iron. And then we're going to need a few of these like logistics pipe stuff, unrouted pipe, chassis pipe, basic pipes, all of that stuff. So we'll just pop down here. I think this would be the best place. Yeah, I can connect into this Mark IV logistics. And so I'm just going to run these unrouted transport pipes over. And we'll go ahead and plug our chassis into the bottom here. And we're going to, let me see. We'll put in our active supplier module. Really, I don't need a chassis Mark 5. Because I'm only really going to put an active supplier in this. But we're going to say keep, let me see. We'll set it to partial. We're going to say keep a stack of skystone dust. And, or no, let's not do a stack. Let's do 48 skystone dust and 48 iron. Okay. The reason I'm not going to do a full stack is because I don't want this to get filled up. Because I don't think that if I locked the flux slot, yeah, I couldn't put the, yeah. So I don't want to take a chance on it sending a little bit too much and filling this up on one side or the other, and somehow it's ran out of, say, skystone dust, it sends too much iron, that kind of thing. I don't want to take a chance on that, so we're just going to do it just like this, and then I'm going to bring our unrouted transports over, and we'll just plug that up real quick. And here comes iron, here comes skystone dust, and this is going to start running. So we'll give it just a second. It's not the quickest thing in the world, I've noticed, but that's why we just want it running passively, right? So it gives us raw meteoric iron. And then this stuff, we could just smelt it. I don't think there's any real use for throwable meteor chunks, but I don't really... Yeah, there's no real use for that. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to straight up smelt this as soon as it comes out of the induction smelter. So we've got this redstone furnace. Honestly, a basic furnace. This is a basic one, but it's going to be fast enough to keep up with that induction smelter. So I'm not too concerned about the speed on that. So what we're going to do, let's get indoor energy conduits. We will plug that up, and we'll set up our furnace right here. And we'll say, you input from the bottom, you're going to output out the top. Okay, and it's pulling in the meteoric iron and smelting it into meteoric iron ingots, and then we're going to say that you're going to output out the top. And then we can just throw down our frame drawer right there, and there we go, meteoric iron. That easy. And let me get my keys real quick, and we'll just lock that and conceal it, and now, there we go. Automatic production of meteoric iron. So, and honestly, meteoric iron is the one that I hate the most. If you guys have seen my other series, you know that I hate meteoric iron. You gotta fly around, look for meteors and all that. Honestly, the ores and stuff that you find on the later planets are a bit easier to find in abundance. Meteoric iron is always a pain for me, personally. Getting started with it, So having this in place is going to make life a bit easier. Because really the main thing we're going to be looking for on the moon is just the dungeons to get the blueprints, right? So the moon won't be too bad, but we will take some time and set up a nice little outpost base type thing. So, but this one will keep running until we have about 32 stacks of meteoric iron. So it'll take a while to get that much, but honestly, I don't need that much. That's fine. I'm in no rush. I mean, already we have enough meteoric iron to do a lot of the things that I want to get done initially. So I think we're good on that. So, and my plan is, I don't know if you guys have, if all of you have seen the comments, but I know my intentions as we start moving into Galacticraft is I want to set up a space base on each planet. That's my goal. So, you know, we're going to take our time going through Galacticraft. I'm not going to rush it. I know in the past I've rushed Galacticraft in some of my series. And I really love Galacticraft, especially considering this pack has extra planets. That's a major feature. And I do love extra planets. It's such a good expansion for Galacticraft because, of course, with standard Galacticraft, you pretty much just have the space station, the moon, Mars, and then the asteroids. But with extra planets, it adds a ton of new planets. I mean, just if you take a look at the rockets, for example, it'll give you an idea of how many planets are actually added. You can see that there is a tier 10 rocket, I think, is the highest that it goes to. So, I mean, you're looking at like the addition of what, like 7 more planets or whatever. We're gonna take our time going through Galacticraft. We're gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna set up space bases on each planet, maybe tailor them to each planet, and then on one of the planets I'm going to build, my intention is to build a very large base. Most of them are going to be smaller, like outposts, like type stations with like a few rooms, oxygen, you know, a place to kind of rest and get ready for the next journey on that planet, have moon buggies and stuff like that, or, you know, planet buggies, space buggies, I don't know what you call them. But basically the moon buggies from Galacticraft, we're going to have those and, you know, kind of set up on each planet a little bit. But I figure one planet in particular, we'll pick one, you know, whichever one is kind of the favorite out of the extra planets, and we'll build like a larger space base and have some fun with that. And maybe even have some of our base there, and we'll probably end up using our mechanism portals because we actually have quite a few of those. We'll use those and to allow us to move between some of the planets and stuff. So I think it'll be a bit of fun. Galacticraft is definitely something I've been excited to hit that point within this pack because Galacticraft, I plan to do a bit with it and have a bit of fun with it. So, so yeah, next episode and probably the episode after that, we're going to be doing a bit with Galacticraft, getting ready to go into space, getting ready to start our new adventures and whatnot. And we will probably be spending the next fair few episodes working on Galacticraft, going into space, that kind of thing. Then we'll probably come back down and do a little bit of stuff in between our planet exploration. I'm not just going to do planet, you know, anything like that. We're going to kind of mix it up a little bit, but I figure I would like to probably maybe get into big reactors and some things like that. Once we reach the point that we get Mercury, that's going to unlock a lot for us. So we will come back down and do a little bit with that. I believe that if we take a look at Draconic Evolution, the major thing that we're waiting on at this point is Draconic Cores to get Awakened Draconium. That requires Draconium. We've got that. Let's check. Mangaloid, we can get that. Blue gems, though, we do need the Neptune blue gem ore for that. Once we get to Neptune and get that blue gem ore, then we will probably come back down and get our Nether star farm set up. And yeah, I mean, we're just going to kind of bounce back and forth and do a bit on the overworld, a bit in space, and kind of work through that whole process. Anyways, I am going to wrap up this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have a feeling we're going to have a bit of fun in the upcoming episodes as we get ready to take off into space. I'm super excited about it. There's still a few things I'd like to do here. I know that one of the major things to open up Applied Energistics is, of course, the inscriber, and to get that, we are going to need carbon wafers, which are carbon ingots, which are from extra planets. So once we reach the point of carbon, we may start working into AE2 a little bit, getting that started, you know, the framework down and everything. Once that hits, once we finally get AE2 and a little ways into AE2, we are going to totally revamp the entire, not necessarily sorting system, but the whole crafting system and stuff like that, because my intention is to use AE2 and logistics pipes together, using logistics pipe to transfer the stuff around the base, because I love seeing the stuff move. And it's not like it's slow. You know, the speed aspect I'm not concerned about. And what I intend to do is have like little areas where throughout the base. So I don't want to have just one spot in particular where logistics pipes can send items into the AE network. I want multiples throughout the base so that there's different access points, like maybe one over here for fluids, one over here for items, and different little places that it can access, you know, they can access together, which will of course increase our speed, but we can still see those items moving around, which is a major, major plus, I think, for going the logistics route. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to use AE2 for the auto crafting, because we're at the point now, you know, the solar panels and things like that, there's recipes that logistics just doesn't handle as well. There's a few ways that we could fix that. You know, I thought about revamping the crafting system and adding maybe like modular storage for each crafting unit and things like that, so that it has a bigger buffer that it can draw from. But I'd rather just do the crafting with AE2 and the item transfer and stuff with logistics pipes. That way we kind of get the best of both worlds, I think, and I think it'll be a bit more fun. Now, there is some stuff that will be stored in AE2 and, you know, different little things like that. We're just basically going to utilize different aspects of each system is my plan. So, and thank you guys again for all the comments. You know, I took all those into account and I was thinking, and I think that's what I've come up with. I think it'll be a bit of fun and everything. So anyways, I'll quit rambling now. I know I've been talking for a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. As always, if you did, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already for more daily videos. And I hope to see you guys next time. Once again, have a wonderful Mother's Day, and I hope you guys have a good one. I will be out today, so if you guys message me or something, I probably won't be able to get back to you for a bit because I will be out. And yeah, so until next time, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys then.